In this learning, we are talking about how call option buying works. So if you are a call option buyer, then you have to look at the option contract in a certain way. Let us understand this through an example. So suppose you purchase 5 call options of Husky Energy and you pay to the option writer the option premium of $3 per share per contract, and you figure out the exercise price of $75 per share. Price today in the market is $76 and you are bullish on this share and you have purchased a call. You have purchased 5 calls, and let us see how call option buying works for you. Now here it is to be remembered that we have to do some mathematics, that we have to make some assumptions that in future when this call option expires in the coming January, then whether this call option buyer would make some money or not, whether this call option buyer would have to exercise the option or not. So in order to see this, we have to make some calculations based on certain assumptions that how the price of this security would change in future. So in order to do that, let us start with the understanding of how these numbers are represented. So this exercise price, the price at which the contract has been made, the option contract has been made to purchase the shares, is $75 per share. So this exercise price is denoted by X and it is $75. In the market today, the price of this share is $76 and $3 worth of per share premium has been paid to option writer by the call option buyer. Suppose you are the call option buyer, and let us do the mathematics. So if you are a call option buyer, remember this thing that we are long on this situation. You are long on this situation and you have a bullish outlook about this share. And you have right to buy these shares at $75 per share because this is the exercise price or strike price, and you have to do it at the expiration time in future. So if this is the situation and on the expiration time, which is the time t in future, there can be certain scenarios, right? So in future, the price of this share on expiration may either be $80. So we are doing all this in 3 scenarios, or it may be $75 per share on the expiration date, or it may be $70. So we will do these calculations in these 3 scenarios. So first of all, we will calculate the payoff to you as a call buyer. So you are a call buyer, you have right to purchase this share on the expiration, and on expiration date the price is 80. So what would be the payoff? So let us compute this payoff. And please remember, payoff is always computed through this formula. This payoff is represented by CT and it is maximum of 0 or ST minus X. So selling price on expiration is, or market price on expiration is 80 minus the strike price of 75. So payoff would be maximum of 0 or 80 minus 75, which is 5. So payoff would be 5. So if strike price is 80, payoff to the call buyer would be 5, and it makes sense also, right? So why it would be 5? Because the market price of this share is 80 and you have right to purchase it at 75. So definitely the strike price is 75 and selling price is 80. So selling price is more than strike price. So this option is in the money, and whenever option is in the money, there will be a positive payoff to the call buyer, and this is $5 in this case. But if the share price on the expiration is 75, so in this case, the option buyer will have a payoff which is maximum of ST minus X, which or 0. So maximum of 0 and 0 is 0. So in this case, when the strike price is 75 and market price on expiration is also 75, the option is exactly at the money. So when option is at the money, so payoff is 0. So call buyer is not making any money here. And now let us take the third scenario, because you never know in future how the price of the share would go. So suppose the price is 70 and then the payoff to the call option buyer would be 0 or ST minus X, which is ST because this time market price at the time of expiration is 70, and therefore the payoff would be 0, maximum of 0 and minus 5, which is 0. So in this case, payoff is 0 to the call option buyer, and in this case we will say that option is out of money. Why option is out of money? Because the market price on the expiration is less than the strike price. So once we have computed the payoff, remember, payoff is not everything. So call option buyer also has paid the option premium to the call writer to purchase this share. This has to be deducted to calculate the profit for the call option buyer. So profit to the call option buyer is represented by a Greek symbol pi, and it is payoff minus the option premium which call option buyer has paid to the call option writer. So call option payoff is 5 when ST is 80. So we are taking this situation when the market price on the expiration is 80. So in this case, we have already calculated the payoff, which came out to be $5. From that, we will deduct the option premium of $3. So the profit to the call option buyer would be $2 per share. But in case of ST of $75, which means if the market price is 75 on the expiration, payoff was 0 minus this option premium which call option buyer has paid would be deducted. So the profit is minus 3. It means call option buyer would be at loss of $3 per share. Similarly, if the market price on expiration is 70, in this case the payoff was 0 and call option buyer had already paid to call option writer this commission of $3. So 0 minus 3 is minus 3, so which means call option buyer has a loss of $3 per share. So if we continue with this logic, we will see that when the market price of the share on expiration is 80, at that time the profit is $2 per share. So this we already calculated. So in this case there will be two outcomes. Since the call option buyer has a profit of $2 per share, so definitely call option buyer would exercise the option. Exercising the option means that option writer will be assigned and call option buyer would purchase the shares at $75, sell the shares in the market for $80 per share and make a profit of $5 per share. But out of that $5, $3 worth of option premium has already been paid to the writer. So from 5 that $3 would be deducted, and eventually by exercising the option, call option writer makes a profit of $2 per share. And since this call option buyer purchased 5 contracts and each contract has 100 shares, therefore the call option buyer would make a total profit of $1,000. When option is in the money, at that time market price of the share at the time of expiration is more than the strike price, and at that time the call option buyer makes some profit. Or even in this case, there can be second outcome. The second outcome when the option is in the money is that call option buyer can even sell the option rather than exercising the option. Suppose option price is $5 per share, and therefore this call option buyer would still sell the call options in the market and make this money, okay, 5 times 5 contracts. So this is $5 per share profit, and there were 5 contracts, and each contract is of 100 shares, so therefore 2500 premium call option buyer would receive in the market by selling the call option itself, right? But initially call option buyer has paid to writer this much amount, $3 worth of option premium. So 3 into 5 contracts into 100 per contract came out to be 1500, and so therefore net profit is 1000. So either way, either by exercising the option or by selling the option, call option buyer makes profit when option is in the money, which means when the market price on the expiration is more than the strike price. However, when on expiration option is at the money, which means the strike price is exactly equal to the market price in the share, at that time the option is said to be at the money, and option is not exercised by the holder. Similarly, when option is out of money means when the market price of the share in the market at the expiration is less than the strike price, so then option holder won't exercise the option, because there is no fun of purchasing it at 75 and then selling it at 70 in the market. So in these situations, option writer is not assigned, as option holder is not exercising his right. But in both of these cases, option call option buyer will incur a loss of -3 into 5 into 100, a loss of $1,500. This is the option premium which this call option buyer initially paid to the call option seller when he purchased the contract. So this is how the call option buying works for you.